you gonna ask me?
All right. So I'll just give you questions, and you and I have a conversation,
Yeah.
but talk in here
All right.
if you don't mind. Okay. So let's start off with an easy one. Let's have your name first.
My name is Mr.Hoosein.
Okay, Ijaz, and you're a teacher here.
I'm a 12th grade automotive live shop teacher. I've been working here for almost 17 years. Graduated in 2007.
Okay. That's really cool.
Yep.
All right. So explain to me what goes on here with the students. What are you guys teaching? What are the kids learning?
So in here we perform basic maintenance.
Let's pick it up there. Okay.
So in Alfred E. Smith High School in the Bronx, we teach basic maintenance and light repair. And what that means is that a car comes in here, for oil change, but we don't only change the oil, we may check it for filters, we may check the tires, we may check the life of the brakes to see what the conditions are, and then maybe recommend that customer has to come back so we can do more further repairs on that vehicle. In that process, what happens is that these students come in this classroom for 3 periods long. First period we do a lesson, and then 2 periods we do hands-on shop work, and that entails me to set this classroom up so that we have all the cars on the lift with safety mechanisms and making sure that the kids know what to do. And in the 2 periods, they're gonna pretty much change the oil or check the car out for the brakes, life, and stuff like that. Sometimes you have different cars with different problems. One car may come in for an inspection, one car may come in for a coolant leak, one car may come in for tire rotation, a wheel alignment. So, different things that we do in here. We try to handle basic maintenance and light repair so that we can keep these kids on an entry level to get a job into the automotive field. One thing that I push big on is internships. So I'm actually the WBL coordinator, and all these kids, I got 35 kids right now into internship, getting paid $16 an hour, and that opportunity is to work in the industry. And one of the biggest things that I like to do is I like to transition these kids right out of high school from this school right here, Alfred E. Smith High School in the Bronx, right into a career. For example, Department of Transportation, NYPD, MTA, and Parks. We have all 4 of those companies. We have kids right now interning in. And then hopefully, I'm hoping that at the end of the internship, at the end of the school year, they can actually gravitate towards these companies and actually get a job and pursue that career. And that's why this school is very important, because this school actually gets their feet in the door of a career. Because maybe a 4-year option is not everyone's option in this classroom. And that may be very beneficial for these families, and depending who could use it. I myself went to this school, and I turned around and I learned automotive, and automotive has changed my life. And maybe I went to the highest of what I could become out of this school, which is actually become a shop teacher. And I actually pursued that. It was not easy, but I pursued, and I managed to become the shop teacher. Since 2008, I've been teaching, and I can tell you that I've been getting better. The kids are getting better every year, more opportunities every year. The doors are opening up every year. Once these kids go out, like former students go out, get dealerships, when I can send these kids out to internships, when they meet former students, they can relate, and then the transition makes it easy for me. And in that way, we have a positive network of students growing, learning, and staying in this automotive field.
Excellent. So if you were going to speak to a parent or a potential student about what the school offers and why they should go to the school, what would you tell them?
So, number one, I will talk about, the academic levels, and, as far as like this school here, you can get certified and you get a degree. So you graduate with not only the high school diploma, but you become also certified to work on light vehicles. So the reason I push for this is because, having the hands-on skills in today's economy is very important. Today robots are being replacing people's job, and these guys, they can have a job that's going to allow them to stay in the field and not be replaced by robots. These technicians, CT is very important, and these kids here that learns the hands-on skills, they can take the hands-on skills and work and help themselves, further themselves, help them from years to come, not only in automotive, but like say for example, we do ACs in the car. They could take that and work on ACs in Florida, AC systems. Transmission jobs. They could learn a little bit of transmission here and then become and work for a transmission shop and start overhauling the transmissions. Interiors. The students could learn how to deal with upholstery and start, then they could start designing their own seats, customizing seats and stuff like that. So in here, it just gives you the stepping stones of higher potentials that you could become. And internships, like I said, molds you to actually keep you have a good mindset of high levels of work ethics. When we had COVID, you got to remember when we had COVID, everyone closed down, but automotive was still operating, and we need automotive students to stay in the field so that we could continue the automotive field and it could grow and this industry could constantly, as you can see, we have the new vehicles that are coming out. So for example, this school is important because some kids, they go to UTI and then let's say for example right now they're learning about engine combustion and about how the vehicles are running with the engine. But now, within a year or two, we're gonna have a whole switch into electrical. So now all those stuff that they're learning in college is already switched. So now if you was in high school, you could already have an idea and a free education. That's the main thing, a free education into the world of automotive and how fast it's moving up, and we could try to stay with that pace. And the school is offered tons of tools for free. We have the top company Snap-on has given us a lot of tools. The equipment from Hunter. So we have a lot of shop tools and equipment. Very expensive. The cars are donated from Mercedes-Benz, from different dealerships. We have modules that allow students to take that help them train them as like they would work in a dealership like a technician. There's tons of opportunities. You can even have a student that can even graduate and become a former shop teacher like myself. And we have one student in this class is actually becoming and has actually taken that path to become a shop teacher. The list.
That's good. Excellent. There's a lot of stuff I could use in your answer. So I'm seeing all these guys here.
Yeah, these are all the guys that
Let me just say, I have never seen a class of students so focused, so professional, so respectful. You can tell every one of these guys is into this, like majorly. So you got a class of some amazing students, I can tell, and they're all serious in it. What do you do? What's going on here that makes all of these guys so into this and so focused, standing behind their teacher? What's this about? What's going on?
My passion in automotive, and not only in automotive, is just to see potential to grow. I go home every day and I write down and I look to see what I can make my day better for the next day. So I actually go home and I find ways to make myself better. By making myself better, these students, they reflect off of me. So who we are as teachers, these students will become in the future. So I know that as a person. Me growing up in the South Bronx, these kids actually be able to reflect on me. The same struggles that they go through is the same struggles that I go through. I know what it is to live in these apartments and having to walk through these streets and having to grow up out here. I went to school in the Bronx, and I know how it is. The struggles is real. We don't play. Some schools you go to and you won't even have a fight. That's not how it is in the Bronx. In the Bronx, you have to fight your way through and you have to work hard. And this is what I showed them because it was not perfect for me. My road was very hard. It was very difficult for me. So then I used that difficulty to mold me to become better every day, to persevere, to show them that you can't be comfortable on what you do. You gotta constantly push yourself every day to become better and achieve the highest that you could achieve. And the sky is the limit. And you could take that and we all come. Look, I'm an immigrant. I started off. I was born in a different country. I came to this country, and I have projected myself to mold myself to be the best example of what I could be. Not only for me, but just to be able to show to everyone that it's possibility. And we just need to work hard, stay focused, like you said. So those are things that I really tried my best to do. And that reflects onto these students. Every day I change up things. Every day I tell these kids that think about things, write things down that you think about, so that you could run with that on an everyday basis. That the ability that God gave us, the health and strength, that we need to use that, because then when we get older and when we're not capable of turning wrenches anymore, you got to look back at it and you got to realize that when we had the capability, what was you doing with it? So I try to make the best out of life, period. From morning to night that I wake up, I make the best out of the possible life that I could do. When I'm here for the kids, when I'm here in the streets, I see somebody on the street, I help them out. They have a car issue, I may stop, I help them out, and I just introduce myself and I say, hey, I'm a shop teacher. You won't know it, but I'm all about the community. And that's it. I go places. I've been teaching for 17 years. I go places and kids just know me, because I know, the amount of kids that I graduated throughout the time, it's endless. You're talking about every year, you're talking about at least 40 kids. So I've been doing it for 17 years. So you do the math, 17 times 40, and then plus I know other kids in the school. So me being a role model, that's kind of like what it is for these younger kids, is a good thing for these kids to see, because some of these kids don't have role models in their life. They don't know who they can look up to and what, how it's supposed to go and what we're supposed to do out here, how to make that money and things like that nature. And everything that I learn about, I teach them. And it's not, we just don't only learn about cars in this classroom. We learn about life. We learn about how to get jobs. We learn about how to save money. We learn about careers. We learn how to make resumes. I don't make these things up. I every day, we try our best and mold these kids. And whatever the industry wants from me, we go on trips. And whatever the industry wants, maybe they want a customer service representative, I would sit down with that student and I would try to explain to the student, hey, we need to practice more with this. We need to spend more time on scan tools. Hey, one of the things, some things that I like to do is I like to donate, gift. I like to give things to kids. Like this kid right here, Jared, I just gave him a bunch of tools for free so he could start using, making his own toolboxes. So that I know the struggles, and I just try to make their struggles easy. And it's like what people did for me. Growing up in this high school, I can tell you right now, people in this high school is who helped me out to become where I'm at today. Alfred E. Smith is who has helped me out to become who I am today. And I can tell you right now, that was from a high school teacher.
Dude, great. Thank you.
I'm the